welcome to this part of this video. Now, this video I'll be showing you how to become profitable as a trader. Now, my own strategy might be different from someone else's strategy, but it's what works for me, what has been helping me to make thousands of dollars in trading using small accounts is what I want to be showing you, and I hope you will learn from this. Now, if you look at the ebook I sent to you, you will see chart patterns, and I personally trade with three different strategies. One, I trade trend lines, which include chart patterns, which includes um flag, pennant, wedges, triangles. Now these are trend lines. Secondly, I trade support and resistance, and then thirdly, I trade liquidity sweep. These are the three strategies I trade. Now, in this video, I'll be showing you trend lines right now, and these trend lines, they'll be divided into different sections, right? But in this particular one, I'll be showing you a flag, right? Now, flags are everywhere on the chart. Flags are everywhere on the chart. Okay, not possibly everywhere, but you can always find a flag pattern in the chart. Now, let's go now. Secondly, I trade from the higher time frame. I check from the higher time. I check from 4 hour down to 1 hour, 30 minutes, 5 minutes, 15 minutes, 5 minutes down below. Right now, let's say for instance you have a chart like this. Right now, flags are everywhere. Right. So for this, okay, for this rejection to happen, right, there must be a flag or a pennant or a wedge that must have made this resistance to occur. Right now, let me show you something. If you look here now, what are flags? Flags are are, are patterns in the chart that shows you, how do I explain it, how do I put it now? Now there are set of chart patterns in a chart that actually tells you where the market is going to at a particular period of time. So now, how do you know a flag? How do you know a flag? Let me use my arrow. Now, a flag is known when there is three touches on a chart. Now, it looks like a flag, just like the US flag, the American flag, the Ghanaian flag, the Germany flag. Right now, so you can see here, if I put my trend line here and put my trend line here, now you can see you can see here that I'm beginning to create a flag. Are you seeing it? Are you seeing what you have now? This looks like a flag. Now, if you look at it, if you put it like this, as you can see here, this is a flag. This is a flag. Now, if there's a country here, you will see a different color here, a different color here, and a different color here, right? So now this is a flag. Now, but in a chart pattern, the flag becomes stronger and becomes more effective when there are three to more touches, right? If we zoom in here, you can see here that there is a first touch. Let me remove this arrow. If you zoom in here, you can see there's a first touch here, a second touch here, a third touch here, a fourth touch here, and a fifth touch here. Now, look at this closely. Look at this closely. Now, make sure you draw your flag very, very well, right? So now, this is our flag. There's a first touch here, the second touch, there's a third touch here, and then there's a break of the flag. Then goes up. Now, if you look at it here, there's a touch here, it goes up. This is the first touch on the upper side, the second touch. Now, the third touch, there's a break to the third trend line, right? And then it came down to break this structure. Now, before you take any trade on a flag, make sure that there's a third touch on the trend line that breaks the trend line. If it does not break the trend line, don't enter your trade. I repeat, don't enter your trade. If you do not see a break of the trend line on a flag, don't enter your trade. And that is one thing that has helped me a lot. I wait to make sure that there is a break of that trend line. So you can see there's one here, there's two here, and there's three. Make sure there's a break. Now that is one confirmation. The second confirmation is that if there is an order block, or if there's a strong resistance close to the flag, right? Don't take your trade until the price have broken the resistance. So you can see here, this is a buy liquidity here. The reason why this price here broke here is because there are so many buyers here in the market. There are people who place buy orders here. So price will go to take away their stop losses, right? To take away their stop losses, and then start going to the direction of where it is intended to go to. Now let me show you. You can see here, if I put it like this, you can see that, oh my goodness, what have I done? Let me put back my flag, right? Now you can see here, right? If you measure here, you can see that it broke this resistance. It broke it. It swept it out. Oh, my dog is making noise. Oh, sorry about that. And now it swept it, right? So on sweeping this, the price have taken away people's stop losses, because definitely people who place a buy trade here have placed their stop loss below here. So price will go and sweep it. On sweeping it, then it will start going up. Now remember, this is a flag. Don't forget that this is a flag. And make sure that when you're drawing a flag, it must touch 3 points. It must touch 3 points. So touched here, it touched here. This is even 4. So it's a very strong confirmation for a big buy, right? So like I said, secondly, you must make sure that price sweep, if there's a resistance, if there's an order block, or there's a resistance close to the flag, don't take your trade, because definitely the price will come to sweep that liquidity point. The price will come to sweep it before it start going upward, right? Now I'm going to talk about liquidity sweep, and also support and resistance, right? But I just touched it a little bit, but I'm going to go deeper into it. So, but here I'm talking only about flag. So now this is a flag. So if I place a buy trade here, right, where I'm expecting to take my TP, right, my take profit, is where the price is right now. Please, as a trader, don't be greedy. If you're greedy, you will lose. Right? So for me, if I place my trade, if I take a position here, right, I'm expected to take my TP here, of which I know that price will get here, right? Price will get here, but me personally, I love taking my first TP around here. Take my first TP around here, and then wait for price to give me another confirmation, because sometimes price might come down a little bit, right, and then go up again. So what I do, I take my TP once that touch the trend line here. I take my TP and then wait for another confirmation for another buy, right? So now, like I said before, this is a flag. So for you to take your first TP, how do you take your first TP? You measure this line, and look at it here. You measure the beginning of the trend line, right, and the beginning of this particular trend line, of the end of this particular trend line. That's you measure it like this. As you can see here, it's touching. As you can see here, it's touching it's touching. Let me get another arrow. So you can see here, it's touching this trend line and it's touching this trend line. So the distance between this trend line and this trend line is what you're going to measure. After you measure it, then you now take it upward. You take it upward, right? Make sure it touches the upper trend line again. Now, the first TP of this setup right now is here, where I'm putting this shadow zone here. If I'm taking a buy trade here, my first TP will be here, because on getting here, it will have to reverse down to do a retest. If you remember the first video I sent to you about retest, it will bounce down here to retest here and then start moving back up again, right? And then for the second TP, if you want to measure the second TP, you measure it like this. You measure your second TP like this. Your second TP will be like this, right? As you can see here, this is a complete flag, right? This is a complete flag. So your second TP will be like this, from the nearest resistance to the top of where the trend line is. Then you measure it like this. This will be your second TP. But then I don't advise people for second TP. I always advise people for the first TP, right? So this is how a flag look like. So if you're taking a trade, if you're taking a trade position, a buy position from here, me personally, I love taking my TP from here, right? And then as you can see here, the price is bouncing back a little bit. Now this price now might come down a little bit here and then go up. So what I do, like I said before, I take my first TP here, and then once price retraces down a little bit and then goes up, I take my trade there, I place my buy position again, and then it takes me to this first TP, and then I go out to the market, right? So I hope you understand it. Now there are flags everywhere in the market, right? Let me show you another one. Let me show you another one. As you can see here, there is flag in another flag, right? So this is another flag here. This is another flag here. Remember we had the other flag, so this is another flag here also. Let's maintain this one clearly. Now this is another flag here also. Let me draw my trend line well. Let me draw my trend line well so that I can able to understand it. All right, so but this is not a complete flag. This is not a complete flag. Haha. price might come down. Price might come down because, like I told you before, there must be a third touch to the trend line. There must be a third touch to the trend line. As you can see here, price only touched here. It touched here, then it did not touch here, right? Because of the resistance here, because it was too strong. So price launched up, right? So if price goes up like this, price will come down and come and mitigate. Price will come down, come and touch the trend line here the third time, and then break it. Price must break this trend line a little bit, and then go very up again, right? So there is flag everywhere in the market. There's flag everywhere in the market. Now remember, this is 4 hours. If we go to 1 hour, if we go to 1 hour, right? Okay, like I've drawn before, there's another flag here. There's flag everywhere in the market, right? Even in 1 minute, if we go to 5 minutes, right? If we go to 5 minutes, and now note this: there's flag, there's bullish flag, and there's bearish flag. Like there is a bullish flag and there is a bearish flag. Note that it's not just only a bearish flag, sorry, a bullish flag. We have also a bearish flag. So if we look at this like this, okay, okay, this is not a flag. And this is a broadening wedge, right? This is a broadening wedge. I'm going to talk about a broadening wedge in another video, so that you can understand it clearly. So, but this is a flag. So I believe you understand what a flag is. So if you see a flag on chart patterns, I believe you understand what a flag is. Now, there's flag everywhere. There's flag everywhere in the market. There's flag everywhere in the market. So just for you to find the flag, I'll give you an example right now. Right. So I don't want to rush you. I want you to look for flag patterns in the chart and then show me, screenshot it and show me, or do a video and show me. So in the next video, I'll be showing you what a pennant is and describing what a pennant is.